Look at this lighting. A month ago, I started YouTube as a hobby. Ignore the first two videos that are posted on this channel, those don't count. When I started this channel, I had a couple of different goals. The main goal that I had was just to be having fun and to pick up a new hobby outside of school when I got done. And I have been really enjoying it. Obviously, I'm a Gen Z kid, which means that I grew up with the rise of social media. And I absolutely loved YouTube growing up. My era of YouTubers was iHasCupquake and PewDiePie and RCL Beauty 101. I mean, the days, like the golden era of YouTube, essentially. And I feel like now that I'm older, I have more of a complicated relationship with social media. I'm not sure that I ever saw myself making content. I don't partake in the Instagram or Twitter or even Pinterest because I don't like that feeling of just scrolling on my phone and having the algorithm feed me whatever I'm gonna look at for 2 seconds. But I've been really enjoying YouTube because of the long form content that I'm able to make. Having an outlet to be creative after just being a brain that I've been plugging things into and then spitting back out has been so nice. It's also been a really good challenge when it comes to my time management because I'm supporting my partner as we're both transitioning into life together. I'm trying to balance my first ever full-time job. I've been trying to find time to hang out with new friends and go to events. So to summarize, a month in, it's already been a pretty wild ride. And even though I started YouTube as a hobby, the first thing that I've learned is that it's very easy for it to become a numbers game. At the end of the day, I started my channel because I wanted to build my own community on YouTube. And specifically, I wanted that community to be based around students. How students are feeling, knowing that you are not the only one struggling if you feel like you're constantly behind in school, and then give advice and things that I've learned to help people work through those things. But a big part of me building community and wanting to reach others is things like view count, engagement, but it's still really important to focus on if I'm going to achieve part of the reason that I started my channel. But by my views being semi-low right now, and by semi-low I mean I'm lucky if I hit 10, I've also found that YouTube has taught me to persevere. Because if a video is getting 10 views, guess what? I made the commitment to post every single week, which means that I gotta still keeping on here. And with everything that YouTube is about to implement in terms of monetization and what counts as a view, I know that the road is long and hard, and I never expected it to be short or easy. But yeah, just trying to learn every single time I post, why did this video do well? Why didn't this one do as well as I wanted it to? And just trying every single time to improve my content so that way people are able to enjoy it. And if you're enjoying this video right now, you should go keep scrolling throughout my page once you're done because there's so much more that I have left to say on this channel. Another thing that YouTube has taught me is how to build my confidence. I am in my first full-time job right now, and I am in healthcare, and my role requires me to work with patients all day, every day, which is what I wanted. I've talked about this already, but I am applying to grad school to be a physical therapist, which means that I need to be comfortable speaking with patients. I need to be comfortable explaining ideas, and I need to learn how to problem solve and be creative. And I developed a lot of those skills in college, but there was definitely still work to be done when I started my job 3 months ago. I am a naturally very quiet speaker. I don't like being loud. I like being selective with my words, but I also think that that was holding me back in a lot of ways because if you're always trying to think about the perfect thing to say and the most efficient way to say it, then you're going to end up like me and rarely say anything at all and not learning how to take authority when you need to be. Because at the end of the day, in my job and what my job will be, it's not just about being authoritative, it's about leadership. And a big part about being a leader is having a strong voice. And YouTube has taught me how to bring that voice out. Of course, I have my little smiley microphone, which helps a lot in terms of clarity. But when I first started, I was kind of talking like this, and my tone would kind of go up, like, yeah, I guess like we can do this. This is what I can do for you. Now, if I'm gonna keep putting myself out there in patient interactions and on the internet for everyone to see, I need to sound like I know what I'm talking about. And I need to be confident in what I am saying. So filming a video every single week has turned into fantastic practice for that. I also think YouTube has been giving me a somewhat unexpected fulfillment when it comes to being creative. I talked about this in my last video. Growing up, I was a huge reader, and everything that I had enjoyed about reading, I transformed into writing. And those things are great. My other hobbies that I pick up every now and then are also great. But YouTube has allowed me to have this creativity that I've never been able to experience in this way before. Whether that be with how I speak or how I edit my videos, it's really nice to have all of these tools that I can play around with and see what I like and what I don't like, and maybe what I think that others might engage with a lot. And I also think that video to video, I have been getting a lot better about that. Like I said, I don't like optimization, and I don't edit my videos to be optimized. I edit my videos to have fun and keep myself engaged. Because if I can't keep myself engaged, then I know I'm not keeping anyone else engaged. And in everything that I just mentioned, YouTube has taught me how to push my boundaries, how to push what I'm comfortable with doing and what I'm not comfortable with doing. And that's really good. With anything that I do, I always want to be growing and improving. I never want to be staying stagnant, and I never want to be settling. At the end of the day, no matter what I'm doing, there's always something that I can be improving on. And YouTube is helping me improve in all of the major ways that I want to be right now. Now let's talk about some goals going forward. I am going to stick to the promise that I made myself and keep posting once a week, despite whether or not people are watching and subscribing, which you should, especially if you're enjoying this video, because if you're enjoying this video, then you're going to be enjoying my other videos. And every single time I upload, I just want to be doing a little bit better at something. This video, I knew that I really wanted to be bold and make sure that I'm speaking loudly and clearly, because I'm also getting a lot more comfortable being in front of a camera, and this is no longer as weird as it was to me 6 months ago. I also want to keep experimenting with my editing style. I really enjoy watching other people's content and trying to understand what is keeping me watching. Sometimes that is just the person talking and they're really engaging, and sometimes it's the way that they're editing their videos and they look really nice and aesthetically pleasing. And I also want to start experimenting with my content a little bit more. I really like the sit-down format in that I can just plop myself in the office and talk about whatever my idea was this week. But I have been thinking a little bit more and more about maybe trying to make some shorts content, and that would mostly be because I want to start experimenting with maybe different angles and more storytelling. And I'm not guaranteeing that anything will happen, but there's some things going on up here in the thought tank. And overall, I just want to keep having fun. I never want posting on YouTube to not be fun to me, and I never want there to be a huge amount of pressure behind it, because at the end of the day, I'm trying to build that community, and I want this to be a welcoming space for everyone to be here. And I'm gonna keep brainstorming ideas to continue making that happen. Because at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for, and I'm not going anywhere. 1 month down, many more to go. Let's do it.